I am so excited tonight. I tell you what, I'm here in the Royal headquarters. So for those of you who haven't had a chance to stop on by at our beautiful facility here in Bronzeville, Illinois, we want to get you out one day. But of course, right now we're sheltering in place because we know that COVID is surging. And I'm so thankful for Dr. Rita McGuire. She is our Chief Medical Officer. She's our expert. And tonight, just so that I can share with you what's going on, here in Chicago, COVID-19 is surging. In fact, I got a call today that actually someone who I know, their sister's husband passed from COVID. And it's really starting to get what we call too close, right? When you know someone or know someone who knows someone who not just has COVID, but who actually has passed away from it. And so when you just think about that, you just know that for everyone we know, everyone we love, we want to protect them. We want to make sure we can do everything in our power to keep our family safe. And so Dr. Rita McGuire tonight, she's actually at a special conference call that has been mandatory for all the doctors and the nurses. They're on this call because they're running out of hospital beds. In fact, she says they had a couple beds left, and probably by the time that call was over, they would be completely out of beds here in Illinois at one of the major hospitals. And so we want to keep everyone safe. I do see that we have some of our medical team on the line. So Dr. Joy, I don't know if you're going to be available, but hey, would love to hear from you tonight. I'm pretty much going to wing it tonight because when she called me up, I said, hey, listen, I'm about to jump on Why Wakana. So that got a little bit detoured. And I came up to the office to prepare something for you so that you can see the products. In fact, I have the kits here in front of me. So we're going to have a chance to review the kits. I was able to quickly put something together on a PowerPoint so we can do just a little bit of training as it relates to what the products are that are in this kit. And you can learn just a little bit more about how all of this was inspired. So again, welcome everyone to the line. So excited that you are here. And just again, sorry for the last minute changes, but we know that in the environment we live in, things change every single second. And we just have to be prepared, right, and be ready. And let's keep Dr. Rita in our prayers. Let's keep the medical facility, the medical staff, the nurses, the doctors in our prayers so they can really just have, the touch that it takes to really help those patients, because we know so many patients are suffering right now. And again, we want to do everything we can to protect our loved ones, to protect our friends, to protect our community, okay? It's our responsibility to do just that. And so let me go ahead and share my screen real quick. Let's see here.
Available if you need me to chime in.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. I tell you, it's kind of cool when you're flying a plane, you need a co-pilot. You need somebody that's going to be there that has your back, because I tell you what, when Dr. Rita first called, I was thinking, okay, this is great. What are we going to train on? But hey, guess what? When you're behind the scene, really putting these packs together, you realize it's a no-brainer. Let's just show them what we're doing and what's about to ship out, okay? So that's what we're going to do today. So one moment. Now you can probably see my screen. I'm going to just kind of show you some of the visuals because I'm a visual person. I just like to kind of see what it is we're talking about. And so first, just know there's two different packs. When we looked at this, we really wanted to make sure that this would be affordable for everyone. And so we have our basic kit. In fact, online, it's going to say Royal Defense Kit. That's our basic kit. That's going to come with all the things you need from sanitizers and hard surface cleaners. It's going to come with those immediate items that are going to make the biggest impact as it relates to killing the virus. It also has something in there that has a vegetable and a produce spray, which is really amazing. I know I came back from Whole Foods today, and every time you go to the store and you're grabbing those fruits and vegetables, you know that so many hands have touched those fruits and vegetables. And our chief formulator actually is also a chemist by trade. And he actually had a chance to actually do some reports. And I'm going to show you some of those reports that are going to blow you away, because it's going to show you the numbers and the microbes that are really attacking a lot of our fruits and vegetables. And really, we want to put ourselves in a place where we're safe all the way around, okay? And in fact, one of the other things that I'm excited about is we have a hard surface cleaner. But one of the things that's a little bit unique with our products, I'll talk about the story of how this all came about. It was about 40 years ago that a gentleman here in Chicago actually was called to work with, the CDC, to work with the government on how to keep the food supply safe. We know that we hear about E. coli contamination, and sometimes kids, if they get a burger that was undercooked, you would hear that they would actually die. I mean, I can remember, probably a decade or so ago when they had some of those cases where kids were going through, I think it was Wendy's at the time, and the burger was uncooked. It was actually partially cooked, and the child passed from E. coli. Now, his family really came up with the formula that was actually deemed and certified as safe to use on meat. So they actually would put this on meat, and they would put it on other type of items to kill the microbes, to kill the fungus. It also kills HIV. It kills pretty much everything. In fact, what's exciting though, is to have something that's that potent, but to be natural and organic. I mean, isn't that like a game changer? And that's when we knew that we really wanted to bring this product to the marketplace, because they actually took that formulation, they were able to actually work on it, and when COVID came about, produced an entire product line that really geared towards helping keep people safe. And so we're gonna talk about the basic COVID kit, but then there's some products that each and every one of you are already familiar with, and those are some of our essential defense, our first defense. Well, we have a deluxe safety kit. And with the deluxe safety kit, you're actually going to receive not only all the special things we've designed just for this pandemic, but also some items that can help keep you safe internally, okay? Help to fight some of those microbes and the germs and the bacteria. And so we're gonna hit it from two different approaches tonight. I'm gonna have a chance to show you some of the things that are here on the table, like this amazing produce wash, okay? Can you imagine you come home, you spray your vegetables down, but then you can put something on them that's actually certified. Products that are actually certified even with the FDA certification on it, which is a next level. When I realized that these were about to get that type of level of certification, I knew these were products that we wanted to also share on the Wakana side, okay? And so those are the two kits tonight. You know that when you're traveling, obviously we want everyone to stay safe. Thanksgiving is coming up, and one of the things that we're all concerned about is people are just desperate to really have that connection, right? We want to see our loved ones. We want to have a chance to be with them. But more than ever, this is the time for us to stay apart so that we can have more Thanksgivings together. Doesn't that make sense, to stay apart so that we can have more Thanksgivings together? In fact, I was talking with someone the other day, and they were talking about their grandmother, and they said, do you know that all this time, our grandmother's been safe, and then the family kind of got to the point where they just had to have a get together. They got together, and do you know that she was exposed during that get together, and then she ended up passing away? And so we don't want to have a get together where it becomes that last get together, right? We want to have get togethers every single year. And so when you're traveling, we pray that you're not traveling, but in the event you're someone who's getting on a flight, maybe you're someone who's driving to the next state, you want to make sure you're protecting yourself. In fact, we were actually in two of the hot spots a couple weeks ago. We were in Louisiana, and we also were in Mississippi. In fact, when we got back from our road trip, do you know that they announced that Jackson, Mississippi had just reached that full capacity on the hospital beds? And so they were surging like crazy. But guess what? We knew that it was a hot zone, and everywhere we went, we actually had our hard surface cleaner, because unlike Lysol and some of those products that pretty much we're all familiar with that has a lot of that toxicity, right? That you can't even breathe, you have to leave the room, okay? That's how potent the smell is. And those fumes oftentimes can cause issues, especially if you're asthmatic or you have some type of challenges with your lungs. Well, we were able to take our hard surface cleaner, and we were actually able to take this and spray it whenever we would come out of a facility. We didn't feel good about that. We just sprayed ourselves, okay? Sprayed the bottom of our shoes. We were able to spray the rental van that we used to bring products down. In fact, the reason why we went all the way to Louisiana was to bring products. We actually provided free hand sanitizer for the community. They had been impacted by 2 hurricanes back to back, and complete devastation in some of those areas. And so we were just so excited to be there to offer support, to see so many people that we were able to bless. And so in doing that, again, we're going into a hot zone. We had to do what? We had to protect ourselves too, and utilize our special formula, our hard surface cleaner. And for those who have people who that work in the medical field, they're coming home, and a lot of times they're undressing in the garage, right, before they come in, because what? We're afraid of them bringing that virus into our home, but oftentimes they still have to get into their car. So wouldn't it be nice if they could kind of spray themselves down, get in the car, and just keep everyone safe? And so we know that safety is paramount, and this is really designed with your safety in mind. And so what I'm gonna do right now, we're gonna analyze a certificate of analysis, because this is really where we actually show you the science behind this. So many times there are people out there that might have products, right? I mean, we can all go and formulate something we hear on the internet that might say, hey, this works, but we want to see the science, right? Does this do what it says it's supposed to do? And if you look at this particular product right here, this was actually our hard surface cleaner. So this is the product right here. And that was actually utilized for the specific Chicago Fire Department ambulance. And so what our team does, they have the capability of going into a situation where, let's say it's an ambulance, or let's say it's a grocery store. We're able to do a swab analysis of that particular area. And we're able to show them, here's what it looked like before, and now here's what it looked like after. Because these places, a lot of times they're already cleaned down, but the problem is their product really just isn't taking it to the next level. And so because of the science behind it, we're able to show them the aerobic plate count that's left over. Have you ever been in a hotel lately and you feel a little icky, even if it's clean, because you're wondering, what is the aerobic plate count? What's the bacteria? What's the microbes that are left here in this hotel that the maid didn't get? Because guess what? They're not getting everything. I mean, I've been into hotels that are completely safe and cleaned down, and guess what? You find things in that hotel, residue, right? And so what's great about this is, just like that hotel room that we think is clean, but it's left behind microbes, our ambulances are the same way. And so when we were able to show the science of how what was left over, even after they cleaned it, and now show what it reduced to, it literally was able to blow them away, because what it tells us is we always have room to take it to that next level, to do more to protect ourselves. And so this is actually a swab analysis at a major grocery store. And as you're looking at this data, again, we're all at these grocery stores, and we know that people are shopping. They're picking up apples, they're picking up fruits, they're picking up bananas. And guess what? They're leaving residue behind. They're leaving microbes and bacteria, and we don't want those bacteria and microbes to end up with our family. Now, one of the other things that I don't have on tonight's presentation, but we'll make sure at an upcoming webinar, Dr. Rita shares it with you, but we also were able to go test the fruit and vegetables, okay? Test the fruit and vegetables to see what is the level of microbes, and you will be blown away. If you looked at the level of microbes that are being left behind in our bananas, in our carrots, in our avocado, I mean, it blew me away. But again, we have the solution, because when you come home, now you have that produce. We have our produce wash, okay? In fact, we're here at the office, so I'm gonna grab a spray top real quick so that you can see what all comes with this. We have an amazing team, guys. They are here working away. We're all social distance. We have a 4,000 square foot facility, so everybody has their zone. Everybody's working in their independent zones. But it's incredible what these products will do. And so with this particular product, you have a spray nozzle that comes with it, okay? And so you just put that together. So it's gonna come with a hard top on it, okay? And then when you get the spray nozzle, you're gonna just take the hard top off, put it on, and now guess what you can do? You can spray down all of your fruits and vegetables, okay? And so with that being said, now that you're starting to see that this is science behind it, but they're still natural and organic products, it's kind of like game over. In fact, what's the base of this? We've all heard of apple cider vinegar, right? Well, apple cider vinegar in and of itself is potent, right? But it's not approved by the FDA, right? So we have something called prussic acid, which is a form of apple cider vinegar, but it's 10 times more potent, okay? 10 times more concentrated. And so now, again, that's why this is something that's so natural. It's something that's actually organically made that you can use right in the comfort of your home. And the great thing about our products, they're safe for kids, they're safe for pets, okay? So it's not like some of those our products you buy where you gotta keep it away from your pets, gotta keep it away from your kids. In fact, my granddaughter, Anaya, she loves this. Kids, they're safe for pets, okay? So it's not like some of those are products you buy where you got to keep it away from your pets, got to keep it away from your kids. In fact, my granddaughter, Anaya, she loves this hand sanitizer that we have, and that's going to come in your package as well. And so let's talk about some of the other products that are in our deluxe pack, okay? So in our basic pack, again, you're going to get 2 of these hotel travel safety kits. In these hotel travel safety kits, you're getting your hand sanitizers, 2 of those, and you're getting 4-layer masks. Let me tell you about the 4-layer mask. There are a lot of masks out there, and some of you might have went on Amazon where your mask might have came all the way from China or anywhere, right? Here's what they've told us. They told us that a lot of the masks that have slipped through, not all of them are being regulated because there's so much need that they don't have time to do that type of regulation. But what we also know is there are some tests that have been shown that where some of the masks coming from places like China, they actually treated them with asbestos. Why in the world would people put asbestos on a mask designed to protect you from a deadly virus when we know that asbestos in and of itself, it's deadly? Well, they put it on there because what they're trying to do is pass the test that everybody has to undergo, and that's the test that shows that it doesn't allow so many particles to go through that mask. And so they're doing illegal things that shouldn't be done because we have to protect the health and safety of our family, and we don't want asbestos on our mask, right? And so we actually have one of the few FDA approved masks, okay? And so this is something that's 4 layers of protection. It's very similar to the KN95. We do know that we love to reserve those for the healthcare professionals. So this is the next best thing. It's a 4-layer mask. And again, it's FDA approved, and you get 2 boxes with the mask, with those sanitizers in our basic kit, okay? So we're super excited about the basic Royal Defense kit. So 2 of those, plus you're gonna get your vegetable produce wash, okay? You can actually use this for meat as well. So if you do have any raw meat that you have to treat, you can use that as well, because you know that the animal supply has been very sickly, but not just the animals. We're talking about the people treating those animals. A lot of times in those small areas, they don't have enough workers. And so they're unfortunately working in situations where some of those workers are sick. And again, not only are they touching our fruits and vegetables, but they're also touching a lot of the other parts of the food supply. And so we can use this on food. We can use this for the chefs out there. This is another thing that's a big deal. If you're a chef, a lot of times when you're cleaning an area where you're gonna prep on, you need a very specific type of cleaner, because not all cleaners are certified for you then to put food on, okay? Because you're gonna pick up that toxicity. And so in a lot of restaurants, especially ones that pay attention, they use special products for areas in which they do food prep, right? And so this is also certified in those areas as well. You can not only kill off the viruses from your fruits and vegetables, but you can spray it on the area that you're gonna work in as well. So that also comes with our Royal Defense kit. So let's talk about the hard surface cleaner. So I talked about this already. I talked about the fact that not only can you spray down surfaces, and let's talk about that for a second. When I travel or when I go somewhere, I'm always carrying a bottle of our spray sanitizer, right? So if I'm at the grocery store, we're constantly spraying, right? And washing our hands as much as we can, but when we can't wash our hands, we're spraying our hands, right? And so we've now started carrying, and that's why we put this in this kind of size, because we felt like women, you can fit this in your purse, okay? So you can fit it in the purse, you can take it with you, okay? So you can have that, you can have all your hand sanitizer. And so the difference between this and the hand sanitizer is the hand sanitizer, again, you're using that for your hands, but the hard surface cleaner, this is what you're gonna use on the bottom of your feet so that you're not tracking any type of germs and viruses. You can use it on your clothes. You can also use it in that automobile. But when you use this, what happens is this is an area, this is a product that can protect. So what I like to do is after you wipe the area down, then you want to spray this on and not wipe it down. Just let it form an actual shield. Because once you let it form that shield, it's going to keep killing germs and microbes and viruses, you know, for up to 24 hours, okay, 24 hours. So it's giving ongoing protection in case you forget to clean an area and somebody touches it and it's not contaminated now, because it's gonna keep working for up to 24 hours. The reason why we say up to 24 hours is because of the fact that the more wear and tear, the more friction, the more traffic, it might reduce that. So we say up to 24 hours. If it's a low traffic area, typically it's going to last for that 24 hours. If it's high traffic area, perhaps it's an outdoor area, well then rain will eventually wash it away, because we also do utilize this for playgrounds. It's EPA approved, which means you can utilize it outdoors as well, which is a big deal. There are some cleaners you can't really use outdoors, right? And so it's great to know we have a product that covers everything. And so with our basic kit, those are the items that actually come in that basic kit. And what we've done for the pre-sale, because we're just kind of kicking this off, we put in just for today only. So if you've ordered this today, everyone who ordered it today, you're getting also a black seed oil in your kit, okay? So in that basic kit, and this value alone, this is USDA grade, organic, the potent, the real black seed, right? This is normally about $14.95. We're throwing that in, okay? So if you've ordered that basic kit, you're gonna get that tonight. So they've already been selling off the shelf, so go ahead and get that basic kit. So let me now talk about what comes extra when you get the deluxe kit, okay? When you get the deluxe kit, you're getting everything that we've just mentioned in that basic kit, but we're also gonna throw in some items that you can actually utilize in other ways. For instance, we know that peppermint, right, is a very unique oil. We know that it's very therapeutic. We know it helps with a lot of things, but one of the great things we love to utilize our peppermint is to keep our mask fresh throughout the day. Now you should if you're wearing a mask that's not disposable, a mask that you're washing every single day, then you should make sure you're doing what you're washing your mask every day. Why? Here's what most people don't know. Do you know that if you are sick with COVID, and now let's say you're wearing a mask, and maybe you're not even sick with COVID, maybe you're just out and about in your normal day. We've actually done some studies and tests where we took some individuals and their mask started off with just a few microbes, right? Just a few of the germs and bacteria, because most things will have a little bit of germs and bacteria. But do you know that after 24 hours, it was disgusting the amount of germs, microbes, and bacteria. The aerobic plate count went through the roof. And some people don't wash their masks once a week. So just know that when we're in this climate where so many people are succumbing to this disease, we don't want to allow our body to be exposed to the same germs and microbes over and over just because we're being careless with how we're utilizing our mask. So wash that mask, okay, every 24 hours. So that's important to do that. But also too, we have something for you, and this is our peppermint spray, okay? So our peppermint spray will allow you to spray that mask throughout the day. And guess what it's gonna do? It's gonna bring in a little bit of oxygen, because we know that peppermint tends to oxygenate the brain, right? We need more peppermint when we're utilizing the mask because our brains are feeling low on oxygen. Sometimes you feel like you really can't breathe, right? And so having that peppermint spray with you, it's a great way to pick up your energy and just to freshen your mask. But again, it should not take the place of washing your mask. You need to use soap and water, wash that mask every 24 hours. Very, very, very important. And if it's a disposable mask, do not keep using the same disposable mask over and over, because the same thing, guys, you're just accumulating microbes and aerobic plate counts that are through the roof. And you're wondering why your throat's sore, you're wondering why you're tired, because we're putting germs right back into our body. So imagine somebody who has COVID and now they're carrying that mask on their face, and those germs and microbes are just accumulating through the roof. And so for that type of person, they would want to really stay where they're by themselves so they don't have to wear a mask. They can open that window, get some air in, and make sure they're constantly washing those masks if they're out and about, so that you're not making yourself sicker and worse, okay? We don't want to do that. And so the peppermint spray, okay, is also in that deluxe pack, okay? And so in addition to the peppermint spray, we have something known as First Defense, okay? Now, First Defense is a phenomenal product where you spray it where? You spray it in your nose, in your nasal cavity, right? And what's amazing about First Defense is we know that a big part of where viruses live are where? They're in your nasal cavity, right? We know that it tends to, that's why they do the nasal swab to see how much bacteria and viruses are there. And so what we love about this is a proprietary blend of certain essential oils that have been proven to kill microbes and germs. And it's also got CBD in it. And we know that CBD is something we all need to keep our body balanced. Now, I do want to make a disclaimer that our products are not intended to be used to treat, cure, diagnose, prevent any disease or condition, okay? What we do is we love to look at the science. We love to look at research out there and therapies that actually have results, okay? And so you can do your own research, do your own due diligence. You can check out some of these ingredients like eucalyptus, right? You can check out the power of peppermint and tea tree and all of these different types of essential oils that again are helping to reduce our microbes. Look at clove, right? Clove is potent, okay? More potent than even blueberries, okay? And so again, these are literally formulated to give you the best of the best. And so essential, our first defense for our nasal passages there. And we decided, since these are small kits and we know you're gonna want a kit for everybody in your family, we said instead of people trying to share these, because we noticed with our bigger ones, people are trying to share those. You don't want to use someone else's nasal, you don't want to have someone else's microbes in your system by sharing, okay? So this is formulated for you to use. You can get multiple, one for your daughter, your sister, right? But everybody has their own, okay? And this gives you that supply. And what I love to use this for is if I'm going out and about that day, I always use this. If I'm going to be around other people, you want to use this. If you have allergies, you have mucus constantly, you want to use this, okay? So it's great for so many different things, but we just love having that extra layer of protection by having that used when we go out and about our day. So let's look at another product. Now, another product that's in our deluxe pack, you know, we've heard about Essential Defense. I'm not sure if you've had a chance to try the Essential Defense, but pretty much, yeah, I'll probably let Dr. Joy talk about that because that's her passion is essential oil. So I'm gonna let her talk about the power of Essential Defense and how our formula is really geared towards such a time as this right here, right now. And then with that being said, so you've seen what's in our deluxe pack, but what we're gonna do for those of you who buy the deluxe pack today, we're gonna throw in 2 more hand sanitizers because we want you to have hand sanitizers for everybody in your family to carry around that are safe, that don't have alcohol in them. If you know anything about alcohol, one, it's gonna dry the skin, but if you're using gel sanitizers, here's something else that happens. Do you know that the gel traps bacteria under the skin? So you're almost defeating the purpose when that happens. Another thing to worry about is that we know that alcohol hand sanitizers are flammable. I don't know if you guys saw my Facebook Live that I did, where I took an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. I sprayed it on a plate and I lit it on fire. And literally that fire went whoosh, just like that. And then I took our product and guess what I did? I sprayed it right there. And why this is so important, think about how many kids are looking at now the fact that here in Chicago, they're going back to school in January. We want every child to have protection, but we don't need them carrying around alcohol bases and things that aren't proven as it relates to safety because of that hazard with the fires, okay? And what's great about this, it's a proven FDA formula using quaternary ammonia, okay? Quaternary ammonia and using water. That's the base behind this, okay? So it's an extraordinary formulation that's gonna keep you safe, it's gonna keep you protected, but it's gonna not be a fire hazard. A lot of times when you're shipping hand sanitizers, look on the warning label that comes in the mail. It says hazard, flammable. A lot of times they can't even put it on certain planes, right? And so we gotta be careful when it comes to protecting our family because we know that safety is paramount. Now I'm gonna show you just a few more slides here, and then I wanna bring up our essential oil expert, and that's Dr. Joy Smith, so that she can talk about Essential Defense and our first defense as well. But again, I wanna just kind of give you a little bit of a tour. Instead of a 4-ounce bottle, this is an 8-ounce bottle. So you're getting an 8-ounce bottle and an 8-ounce bottle of our produce wash as well. Our peppermint spray actually comes in this beautiful amber bottle, so not the little white one you see there. And then we have safety data, which is very important. I mean, we have products that sell around the world, okay, with World Defense, okay? These products, the base of these products go even to the military, okay? In fact, our formulator right now is working with the government and as it relates to really helping to bring this pandemic to a stop, okay, by sharing phenomenal products. And so we have all the safety data and all the information that you need, okay? And so with that said, Dr. Joy, I want to go ahead and bring you up. Thank you for being here tonight as my co-pilot. Just appreciate all that you do. And I'm going to have you go ahead and take it away, dear.
All righty. Well, Melissa, I am so excited that I got my package. I actually have been stalking the website for the safety kits. And so when I saw it this morning, I said, oh, let me just grab it. Had no idea I was going to get all of these goodies in addition to all the goodies that were already in there. But yes, essential oils are my thing. They're my jam. And so when we're talking about the essential defense in particular, I always, on the essential oils portion of the certification, I always tell this story. So some companies that have some of the same ingredients in their particular oil call it thieves oil. And the reason why this particular blend of what we have in our essential defense is called thieves oil in some other places is because way back in ancient times, during the bubonic plague, there were thieves that were stealing out of the different graves and things of people who were dying from the bubonic plague. Like, it was nowhere that you could go where the plague was and you didn't catch it. So they were stealing from these graves and stealing people's riches and these types of things, but they weren't contracting the disease. So when they got caught, the person that caught them was like, or the judge was like, look, if you can tell me why you're not contracting this disease, then I'll let you free, because this is just crazy. Everybody's dying, everybody's getting sick, and you're not contracting this. They told him that they were perfume spice merchants. This is what they've always done in their family. They've learned how to create blends of oils, and they were able to create a blend of oil that protected them from the disease. So they put it on their noses, their ears, their clothes, everywhere that might have come in contact with the disease so that they wouldn't contract it. And on the webinar that we do for certification, I have a picture of a doctor, and the doctor kind of looks like a bird, right, with a beak. And that doctor has on a mask that looks like a beak, and that's where they put the essential oil inside of that beak. And they also douse their robes with this particular blend, the same blend that we're using in our essential defense. So I gave you all of that information to let you know how powerful essential oils are, how powerful plant-based medicine is, and how old plant-based medicine is. This isn't something new. This isn't something that was just created. Plant-based healing has been around for a very, very long time. So particularly in our essential defense, there is clove, there's cinnamon, rosemary. I have it right here. Let me make sure. Hold on one second. Let me go grab it. Right information. All right. We have clove, we have cinnamon, lemon, rosemary, and eucalyptus essential oil. So that blend is really a blend where viruses cannot live in the presence of. So if you're using your essential defense, a drop in your tea, if you're putting a drop on your toothbrush and really brushing your teeth with it to get into that oral mucosa, if you are creating like a DIY cleaning solution with a little bit of alcohol to make sure that oil disperses in some water to spray down countertops or those grocery carts, you know, creating your own, or using our hand and surface sanitizer because it's already created for you. Those are options in terms of being able to use this essential oil in your everyday life. Putting it in a diffuser and letting those vapors just go into the air and really get a hold of any type of airborne microbes that might be around. So essential defense is amazing. I mean, I love it. I won't go too deep into it, but that is what I use the essential defense for. And our first defense nasal spray. I love this too. I'm using it about once a week now. I may increase that, especially because I am in the hospitals. I've also put this on my mask, but I am in the hospital. I just don't have as much of a customer facing or patient facing role as Dr. Rita and some other healthcare professionals who are really on the front lines. I'm in the pharmacy, so I have a little bit more of a distance. But our nasal spray, I'm using one spray in each nostril because it packs a punch. You don't want to sniff really hard or you know, blow your nose after, because you want to make sure that what you put in there and all of these great essential oils and full spectrum CBD, that it really gets to absorb. Because what you'll know is that the nasal mucosa absorbs about 6 to 8 more times than anything that you can take orally or any other absorption method in the body. So you're really going to be taking in that CBD, really taking in those essential oils. And as Dr. Rita says all the time, protecting the host, doing what you can do for the host, because we can't control the virus, but we can control the host, which is ourselves, keeping ourselves above the wellness line, keeping ourselves in homeostasis, and keeping ourselves healthy during this pandemic. So, Melissa, that's all I got, and I'm gonna give it back to you.
Wow, that was so awesome. And you know what? There was a question, but I think you might have answered that when you talked about the first defense, because they were asking if CBD is in the essential defense, which is not in the essential defense, but it is in the first defense.
Correct.
And it is this CBD with THC. So if you are drug tested, as Dr. Joy said, this is going to absorb much faster. So if you do undergo random drug tests, the only product in the whole kit, even if you get the deluxe, that you would have to pass on is the first defense. But I don't think right now I would be passing on. I would be taking it because this is our life, okay? This is our life. And so you just have to talk to your employer, let them know this is just CBD. I'm not.
Okay, right.
Okay. This is CBD. I'm trying to stay healthy so I can be here for a while. So that was great. Thank you, Dr. Joy. Just amazing job as always. Love your knowledge on essential oils. She is an aromatherapist and the expert on essential oils. So I knew I couldn't deliver that part. So you did amazing. Let's see if there's questions. Okay. Let's see here. Fantastic. There's a lot of great comments. It looks like everybody is excited. Okay, so let's see if there's any question, guys. Let's see. Is there any CBD in the peppermint essential oil or any of the essential oils? So I think you answered that again. First defense. That's the nasal one. That's the one that has CBD. Now this is a tiny bottle. It's 5 ml. So it's about, but look at that. It packs a mean punch because it's a tiny bottle, but it's 170 milligrams of CBD. Okay. So that means it's potent. Let's see here. Any other questions? Let's look and see. Everybody looks like they're just excited. They love the sanitizers, everything. Yes, we're gonna help so many people. Yes, Phyllis, we're gonna help so many, I tell you guys. And what's great about this too, and that's why we did 2 different packs, because what we've noticed is there's some people, if you mention CBD, they're just not gonna wanna buy it because they're just still closed. But we know everybody needs to protect themselves with COVID. So the first kit, which is the Royal Defense Kit, you notice it has no essential oils, none of the CBD products, right? So that means there's no excuse now, okay? I had some people call me earlier that says, listen, my family has never bought from me because they're against CBD, but guess what? I just sold something to my most stubborn family member because she wants the COVID kit, okay? Now we will put the black seed oil in that COVID kit. That's even the basic one. So they're gonna have a chance to get on black seed. Now, Dr. Joy Smith, tell them about black seed oil too, as I'm looking for the question.
Okay. We will be on black seed oil for this entire call because it has so many benefits. I think one of the most interesting to me, I mean, like beyond the skin health benefits, beyond it being able to have some effect in cancer, weight loss, a ton of different things. I think one of the things that's most interesting is the fact that it's being used in some antibiotic resistant strains of MRSA. So that's a bacterial infection that is just awful. So when people are in the hospital, they're dealing with MRSA and they've either taken antibiotics that they have now become resistant to, or the antibiotic just isn't working. Black seed oil has been able to step in and be used in hospitals in that regard. So as always, you can look at your favorite search engine and type in black seed oil and I guarantee you that something will come up for most of those searches that you do. There's so many different uses for black seed oil, but I thought that was the most interesting in terms of how it's able to kind of act in place of some medications that have been the gold standard for a long, long time.
Wow, and as you're talking, I see 2 people who I see, why, now I know why you guys weren't there, because you guys are on the wrong side. I just moved Phyllis and Kathy over. Kathy is a microbiologist, and Phyllis, of course, is our phenomenal diamond extraordinaire leader, CSO of the company, and I know she's excited about this, but I wanted you guys to also hear from the perspective of a microbiologist, if she is there. I don't know if she's there first. Kathy, are you there? And while you're getting together, I know Phyllis is there. So Phyllis, are you there?
I am here. I am excited. You know, I'm excited about this COVID pack. I am shooting it all to every friend I have because you know you can go back in your back office and share about the products and just shoot it to everybody that you know. My family, as well as everybody else, who never buys anything, but I'm going on our family page and I'm going to put both packages there on Facebook, because if you don't buy this, it's just crazy. I mean, especially when hospitals and everybody is talking about how terrible COVID is. We need to take responsibility for ourselves and protect ourselves as much as possible. And Royal Defense and Wakana has brought something to the marketplace for everybody. So I'm excited.
Wow, Phyllis. Yeah, that is so true. And this is, again, I saw somebody on the comments, they said, hey, this is a great Christmas gift. And I think that's really the mood right now. It's like everybody we love, we want to bless them. What better gift to give them than something that shows that you're caring, you're thinking about them, and something they can use that's so practical every single day. And then that becomes a new customer for you every month. For those who finally get those 3 customers, you got it. It's going to be a no-brainer, okay?
Right.
Yes, wow.
And I use that peppermint, just to say this, that peppermint, and as you think about it, we wear these masks, guys, and I know a lot of us don't change them. And you do have the sore throat, the runny nose, and it's all because you're putting bacteria back in there. But remember, Melissa, when we have that peppermint, we spray it on our mask and it gives you a burst of energy. And better, you smell, I mean, your breathing is better. So, I mean, everything in those packs is absolutely something. Each person needs to have a little care package going wherever they go. And we have provided such as that.
Wow, that is awesome. And, you know, as you're talking, I know Kathy, she might not be able to talk right now, but I wanted to say, you know, she's a microbiologist. And so she's that science nerd, which I love her because she's so intelligent and so smart.
I am here, Melissa.
There you are. And I know whenever we shared the aerobic plate counts with you, you had an extra special passion about aerobic plate counts and how this is just a game changer. Because if you don't notice on those numbers, what happens is if you can kill something at 99.99%, that's called game over. And so all of the testing we've done and all the testing that's been done independently by Don Levy, the top labs, shows that these products consistently kill at 99.99. So Kathy, you can give them a little bit of that geeky science that we love so much. Okay.
Well, you know, Melissa, you're exactly right. You know, coliform count is what determines whether an infection is going to exceed or whether or not you're going to be able to get through it. And so when the coliform count is high, you're going to want something that's going to kill that. And to know that we have a product that can knock that down to make it really a nil situation is amazing, especially knowing that its surface, its hand, and then the essential oils like Dr. Joy was talking about is really helping your body's immune system to bring itself up to par and do what it's supposed to do. But then on the surface, on the outside, in the epithelials, in the cilia of your body, I know I'm talking science, I'm sorry, I kind of went a little fool, but inside of the small areas of your body, those essential oils are doing what they need to do in killing, but also putting a defense between you and the bad bugs, okay? While at the same time helping your own body's flora or your own body's environment to maintain the good bacteria. And so I'm super excited. I'm sorry I went a little nerdy with those terminologies, but Dr. Joy, I see you smiling, so you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, just knowing that, and see, I see everything in Petri dish. I mean, you know, I see the colonies forming on the Petri dish, on the agar. And I see the blank spaces when the product or when the oil gets there and knocks that completely out, and it's blank and it's clear. That, you know, Dr. Joy, we like to see a clear space. That way we know that antibiotic or that thing is killing what it's supposed to kill. And so in my mind, I see that when I hear that 99% of coliform or the coliform count is knocked down by that much, that's what I see. Is I see a clear agar plate. You want to see that. You don't want to see any dots, any colors, any nothing on there. So as a microbiologist, I can tell you that just hearing that is exciting, because knowing that this is natural products, knowing that it's tested, knowing that we can feel good about sharing this in our own homes, with our families, and with the public, it's game over.
Wow, Kathy, that was awesome. I tell you, you gave us all a science lesson. I probably fell asleep on that chapter, but you made it exciting. No, you made it exciting. Like I'm saying,
I hope I didn't put anybody to sleep tonight.
I know I've never been so excited about chloroform, whatever those words are, the epithelial.
Not chloroform, coliform.
Okay, gotcha, girl. You're gonna
We don't want to knock them out.
She said chloroform too. I was going to say, uh-oh.
you made science sexy and exciting, Kathy. So thank you for that. Okay, you did good stuff. Okay, so everybody's just excited. They're saying they purchased theirs, so they're online now. So that is great. Guys.
Look at them. They want their loyalty points. Hey, those loyalty points are there for you to buy what you want.
Yes. Yeah, everybody on my list. Seriously, somebody just said everybody on my list is getting it. See what I'm saying, guys? We're gonna start a movement just with the COVID kits. Okay.
You get
wow.
I'm all for the COVID kit.
Yes. Let's see. Got another comment. Let's see. Yes, great gift for the family. You're right, Harold. Yes, Mom Mitchell says, I'm ordering tonight. Go, Mom Mitchell. Yes. I can't wait to get mine ordered for all my family, like you said. So I'm going to do the same thing. That makes all the sense. Let's just follow the leaders, right? Oh, good. Cheryl said order. Go, Cheryl. Hey, Robert King says, I'm excited. Yeah, we're excited too. Good stuff.
I'm going to order mine.
Wow, Mary said just ordered hers. So yeah, those people better hurry up. So exciting, guys. But this is fun, guys. I tell you, again, just so grateful for each and every one of you. Hey, Hickling, yes, you're ready to order. And congratulations, Hickling, on passing that certification. Good job. You're studying and becoming a student. That's awesome. Let's see. Somebody says a couple of drops of essential oil in my mask. Yes, absolutely. And that's the cool thing about the spray. I'll give you a story about peppermint. Oh my goodness. So we're into the peppermint thing because we knew that it was great, but I think I kind of overdid it. That's why we had to learn how to get a peppermint spray formulated so that people don't overdo it. So we were overdoing our peppermint, putting in our mask. I did Sylvia's, we did all of ours, right? And next thing you know, we're trying to put our mask on, and we can't even put our mask on because Dr. Joy, you know what peppermint will do. Your eyes will be watering. We were all messed up, right? We knew that it was phenomenal, but you got to be able to wear your mask. And so this is the perfect concentration for freshening the air, giving yourself a quick boost, freshening that mask with the perfect dilution. So yes, good stuff. I'm glad you're using those essential oils though, because they work, guys. Good. Yes, Natoya, she says ordering right now. COVID kits for everybody. Yes. Where do you order? Patricia Moore. So basically on the website, you can put in, if you know where that search bar is, you can put the words World Defense in. It's also under specials. So if you see the button on the Wakanda for Life and it says specials, click that and it will be linked to the specials as well. But the name of it is World Defense. We either have World Defense Kit or World Defense Deluxe Kit. So there's two different ones. The Deluxe, again, has all the essential oils that we showed tonight. The First Defense, Essential Defense, the peppermint spray. And the basic one at least gives you your COVID products plus your black seed. Both of them have black seed, okay? So both kits have black seed. Okay, great. Fran said she just ordered hers, yay. Can I see the mask? Yes, and so the 4-layer mask, we'll have to get one that we're not. So I'll take this one, and this will be mine since I'm gonna open it up, right? So you get basically,
hair salons, barbershops, all of those can use those kits right there to sell.
So on your packaging, it gives you all of your special requirements, right? But this is our special, and what's great about this mask, Phyllis, remember we put the mask on and we were like, yes. Oh my God, we hated these kind of masks because yes. They have this awful, and we didn't know that it's based on how some of these companies are treating them with stuff they probably shouldn't be treating them with. And so if you put this on, you don't have that experience. So you're gonna feel the difference once you put it on, that, okay, this is a mask.
Fresh, refreshing.
It's refreshing.
Your breath is clean, everything. You don't smell anything, guys. I'm just saying.
Okay. So that's when you put that spray on it too, right? So yes.
And just think about the beauty salons, every place that has something. Can you imagine boutiques with just that travel kit sitting on their counter? People will buy that because we know we need to be protected. So, I mean, has nonstop selling ability because everybody needs what we got.
Amen. I see Skinny Minnie. Hey, Ann, she says, great gifts for Skinny Minnie clients. And see, that's another good point too. People that are in the profession, whether you own a cleaning company like she does, or that's a good client thank you gift too. I like that, especially for your clients that spend a lot of money. Love it. Great idea. Yes, Bertha says she's also placed an essential defense in her mask. Great. Toothbrush, absolutely. We got to defend ourselves from head to toe.
And you need to diffuse it. Diffuse it through your house. It's amazing.
Yes. And you can diffuse the essential defense too, guys.
Right.
You put this in your peppermint spray. So if you want to just put a little drop or two in your peppermint spray, you can put the essential defense there too. Somebody asked if the mask, yes, the mask comes in both of them. So in both of them, you have your mask, sanitizers, yes.
Even
Game changer, yes.
All right, Larry Howard.
Good stuff.
Go.
Even with congestion, when I actually had coronavirus back in March, I would put peppermint oil and eucalyptus in my mask. I couldn't smell it because I had the loss of smell and taste, but those vapors were constantly opening me up and helping me with that congestion piece.
Awesome.
You don't have COVID, you don't have anything, but you have to wear that mask all day because of where you work. Putting like a drop of the peppermint like right here so that it's not right in your face and fogging up your glasses and all that, it allows for a deeper inhale and it allows for that breathing to take place that wouldn't normally be able to happen under a mask where you're kind of constricted all day.
Unlike Melissa spraying everybody's mask so we couldn't even wear it for hours.
I know. Well, we had to for a second. I was like, we just have to suck it up for a minute, but we couldn't really wear it, right? Our eyes were watering like, ah. Oh my gosh, but this is great. Thank you, Dr. Joy, for that. That's a really great tip too, with where you put the oils. So hopefully you guys have bought the peppermint oil. You can buy just a bottle of peppermint oil too, so that you have the pure form with just the oil. Ours is a spray, so you got a mixture. Because if you put just pure peppermint in that mask, like Dr. Smith said, you better be careful because it's gonna light your world up. I know it gives me energy and it makes my oxygen go, but it's a lot. So we did
I feel like doing it right now and I'm in the house because it is very refreshing.
Yes.
It's like having a halls in your mouth,
right?
Your mouth on, and then it gets all in your eyeballs. You can't see. It's just use it sparingly. They're very, very powerful.
Is there any shelf life? No. So the shelf life with Real Defense products is about 3 years. So you're, Now the only one that will come with a warning, you'll have this on your produce wash. So your produce wash comes ready to go. That means when you get it, it's ready for you to, so these are made daily. So that means once you order it, it's made on the spot. And because we don't want you to make it, we could actually send you a kit where you can mix it up yourself. But the challenge is, if you know about vinegar, it's acidic. Well, imagine it's 10 times more acidic. Phyllis and I both had this experience, so it's nothing bad, but your finger turns a little bit white for like how much long, Phyllis? Like for 24 hours?
Yeah, about 45 minutes.
So we mix them so that the customers just only have to worry about using them, right? So it's already mixed. And so because of that, it's a 10-week shelf life we give you, because it's 11 weeks, but because it's gonna be about a week to get there, depending on where you live, we put on there a 10-week shelf life. So just use it within 10 weeks. And it's 8 ounces, so you should be reordering this every month. So let's say you're not ordering it every month, you have 2 months to kill all the vegetable microbes, okay? And then order another one, okay? But everything else, like a few years, okay? Long, long shelf life. Let's see here. Can peppermint spray be used on bedding? Hey, yes. I mean, I know there's a lot of things that it works for, right? But Dr. Joy, you're the expert, so I'm gonna let you talk about it.
Well, because I am the bed bug police, bed bugs don't like peppermint. What else? A lot of different critters like mice. I mean, not say you would have mice or anything in your bed, but mice, roaches, ants, they don't like that. So it'll keep it far away from your bed. The only thing that I would caution against in terms of using it for bedding is your bed is a place where you're sleeping, and peppermint can be very invigorating and very energizing. So it could have an effect of keeping you awake if it's in your bedding. As far as freshness, as far as like antibacterial, those types of things, peppermint is very good for that. But you know, dropping it on your bed before going to sleep, that might not be something that you want to do on your pillowcase.
Well, I'm going to order my pack too. Everybody is ordering their packs.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
That's good advice, Dr. Joy, because you're right. It's kind of like in the morning time, hey, that may be a wake me up, but at nighttime, you want to go to sleep.
Exactly. So diffusing it in your bedroom space, maybe like during the day when you've gone or what have you, or maybe diffusing it for 30 minutes at a time, turning it off, or if your diffuser has that setting where it can go on and off. I think that would be good daytime, but nighttime, you probably want to stay away from the peppermint because of how energizing it is.
Wonderful, good stuff. Well, it looks like if there's no more question, guys, we're right at 9 o'clock. Let's see if we covered everything. Can I use, oh, this is a good one, peppermint essential oil in my shampoo for clients. Oh, I use it. I think they said, yes, absolutely, right? Yeah. Good stuff. I think we did that one, yeah. You did shelf life. Any other questions? Let's make sure we got them all covered. We did. Okay, looks like the last one says, I am ordering now. That's one of those.
I think that's what we all should say.
Yes,
I think that's how we should close the call.
That's
We
what
should
I'm
all go to the site and order our Royal Defense. And I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I'm going to be on that line right now. See you guys. I'm going to order my Royal Defense.
Yes, thank you guys so much. It's been so much fun. Dr. Joy, thank you for hanging out with me. Oh my goodness.
No
You
problem.
helped us. And thank you, Kathy and Phyllis, because they came up and I think Dominique was there too. I could have brought you up, Dominique. I see her on as a panelist too. But I want to appreciate all my co-pilots, okay? Sometimes we need that help, that support. I tell you what a great Wakanda family. So thank you guys. Good night.
Good night.
Appreciate you guys for joining on tonight.